So, you believe your thoughts create your reality, but are you supposed to be attracting your desires or assuming they're already here? If you've ever felt stuck in the tug of war between the law of attraction and the law of assumption, you are definitely not alone. This confusion is one of the biggest roadblocks that keeps people from seeing real, tangible results. It's a state of analysis paralysis where you're so busy trying to figure out the right way to do things that you don't end up doing much at all. You're caught between two powerhouse ideas, wondering if you need to raise your vibration or just flat out change your mind. Well, today we're cutting through all that noise. We're going to break down the real, practical differences between these two laws. But more importantly, I'm going to show you how to stop seeing them as competitors and start using them together as one seamless framework to finally build the life you actually want. By the end of this, you won't be a confused manifestor anymore. You'll be an empowered creator. Let's start with the one that basically everyone has heard of, the concept that blew up thanks to the book and film, The Secret. The law of attraction. At its heart, the law of attraction works on a simple, elegant principle. Like attracts like. Think of yourself as a human magnet. Your thoughts, and especially the emotions behind them, send out a specific vibrational frequency into the universe. That frequency then draws back experiences, people, and situations that are on the same wavelength. The teachers most associated with this modern view, Esther and Hicks, speak of a collective consciousness they call Abraham, which explains that universal laws govern everything. The main idea is that your job is to get into vibrational alignment with what you want. If you want abundance, you have to cultivate the feeling of abundance. If you want love, you have to radiate the energy of love. Your feelings are your compass, telling you if you're heading in the right direction. Good feelings mean you're aligned. Bad feelings mean you're off course. This is where all the popular techniques come from. Vision boards aren't just a fun arts and crafts project. They're tools to keep your focus locked on your goal, constantly tuning your magnetic field to that reality. Gratitude journals work by shifting your focus to what you already have, which raises your vibration and attracts more things to be grateful for. Affirmations are used to consciously repeat positive statements, sending out a clearer, stronger signal. The whole game is about becoming a match for what you want to attract. It's an external-facing process. You're here, your desire is out there, and your work is to close that gap by managing your energy. But this is also where a lot of people hit a wall. The constant pressure to keep a high vibe can be exhausting. Life happens. We have bad days, moments of doubt, and full-blown meltdowns. The fear in the law of attraction world is that these negative thoughts will sabotage your progress, attracting the very things you don't want. This can create a nasty cycle of anxiety where you're not just upset about a problem, but you're also anxious about being upset, fearing the magnetic blowback. This very pressure is what led many to search for a more direct path, which brings us to the next level of this conversation. If the law of attraction is about being a magnet, the law of assumption, taught by the brilliant 20th century mystic Neville Goddard, is about being an actor who's already living the part. This law works on a much more radical idea. Your reality isn't something you attract, it's something you generate from the inside out. Whatever you assume to be true with feeling and conviction solidifies into fact. You don't have to wait for the universe to answer your call. You simply convince yourself that what you want is already yours, and the 3D world has no choice but to catch up. Neville taught that your imagination isn't just for daydreaming. He called it the creative power of God in man. It's the workshop where reality is built. The core of his entire philosophy is to assume the feeling of the wish fulfilled. This isn't about feeling generically good. It's about feeling the specific, detailed emotions you would have if your desire was already a done deal. You don't just visualize getting the job, you marinate in the feeling of relief and pride on your first day. You don't just hope for a partner, you sink into the feeling of security and warmth of having that person next to you right now. The actor analogy is perfect. An actor doesn't try to attract the role of Hamlet. They study the script, find the motivation, and then become Hamlet. They think, speak, and carry themselves as the character. The law of assumption asks you to do the same thing. Assume the part of the person who already has your desire. You live from the end, not toward it. The techniques are all designed to reprogram your subconscious mind. Neville's most famous method is SATS, or state akin to sleep. You use that drowsy, floaty state right before you fall asleep, when your conscious mind's guard is down, to loop a short, vivid scene implying your wish is fulfilled until it feels real. Another is to use affirmations in the past or present tense, Instead of "I will be wealthy," you declare, "I am wealthy." A more advanced technique is the "I remember when" method, where you mentally stand in your desired future and look back at your current problems as a distant memory. For example, "Wow, I remember when I used to worry about money." This instantly shifts your entire self-concept. With the law of assumption, the goal isn't so much about managing your vibration every second, but about changing your core identity. It's about making your dominant assumption, your deep-seated belief about yourself, the new truth. It's a powerful shift from wanting something, which implies you don't have it, to being the person who does. After that breakdown, it might feel like you have to pick a team. But here's the plot twist. You don't have to choose. These laws aren't enemies. They're two sides of the same creative coin, and they work best when you use them together. Think of it like building your dream house. The law of attraction is your architect. This is the fun, creative phase where you get clear and excited about what you want. You use its principles to dream big. What would bring you joy? What do you truly want to experience? You can make a vision board, script your ideal day, whatever gets your creative and emotional juices flowing. It helps you draw up the blueprint for your desire with passion and clarity. Once that blueprint is crystal clear, the law of assumption becomes your master builder. It's the direct, powerful technique you use to actually construct the reality you just designed. If attraction is the what, assumption is the how. It's the engine that makes the blueprint real. You take that desire and instead of waiting for it, you assume the feeling of already living in that house. Here's how it works in practice. Let's say you use the law of attraction to get clear that you want a promotion. You visualized it. You're excited about it. Your blueprint is ready. Now you switch to the law of assumption. You stop wanting the promotion and start being the person who has it. Before bed, you use SATs to loop a short scene of your boss congratulating you. During the day, you carry yourself with the quiet confidence of someone in that higher role. You have assumed the state of the wish fulfilled. And here's the magic. By embodying this new state, assumption, you automatically change your vibrational output. You're no longer vibrating at the frequency of wanting, which is a frequency of lack. You are now naturally vibrating at the frequency of having. And according to the law of attraction, what does that frequency attract? More proof of having, you see? The law of assumption is the most direct way to change your vibration because it changes you at the level of your core identity. So, the great debate between attraction and assumption isn't a battle you need to solve. It's an invitation to use a powerful two-step process. Use the law of attraction to draw up the beautiful blueprints for your life. Then, use the potent techniques of the law of assumption to move into that reality in your imagination until the world has no choice but to catch up. The assumption is what puts your attraction on hyperdrive. The real journey is about shifting from being a passive spectator hoping the universe sends you a nice surprise to becoming the conscious creator of your own experience. The world outside of you is, and always will be, a mirror of the world inside of you. So the real question isn't which law is better, but rather, who are you deciding to be right now? I'm really curious, which law resonates more with you, or have you already started blending them? Drop your thoughts and stories in the comments below. I love reading them. And if this video helped clear things up for you, be sure to subscribe for more deep dives into the art of building your reality. All right, let's put these two heavyweights side by side. Understanding these key differences is what will finally clear up the confusion. First, the core focus. The law of attraction is all about getting it. The process is designed to attract something that is currently outside of you. It's a process of acquisition. The law of assumption, on the other hand, is about already having it. It says the desire isn't external. It's a state of consciousness you can step into right now. The focus is 100% internal. You're not getting anything. You're becoming someone. Second, the required state of being. With the law of attraction, the goal is to feel good in order to attract the desire. It's about raising your general vibration. The law of assumption is way more specific. It's not about feeling vaguely good. It's about feeling the precise, natural feelings of the wish fulfilled. If you want to be a respected artist, the feeling isn't just happiness. It's the quiet confidence, the creative satisfaction, the feeling of seeing your work admired. It's a targeted emotional state, not a general vibe. Third, the process. The law of attraction feels like a collaboration with an external universe. You send out a signal, and the universe brings it to you. The law of assumption is a process of projection. Neville famously said, "The world is yourself pushed out," meaning everyone and everything is just a reflection of your own consciousness. You change the projector, your imagination, and the movie on the screen of your life has to change. Fourth, the role of imagination. In the law of attraction, imagination is a tool for visualization. It helps you generate positive feelings to aid the attraction. In the law of assumption, imagination is the whole show. It's the creative act itself. When you imagine your wish fulfilled, Neville taught you aren't just rehearsing, you are performing a spiritual act in that moment that will become a physical fact. And finally, how each one deals with doubt. This is a big one. The law of attraction can sometimes make you terrified of negative thoughts, feeling like any doubt will derail the whole process. The law of assumption is much more forgiving. Neville taught that your dominant assumptions are what create your reality. You can have moments of doubt or a bad day, but as long as you persistently return to your assumption, that is what will win out. The goal isn't to banish all doubt, which is nearly impossible, but to make your faith in your new reality more dominant than your faith in your current circumstances.